So now, why are luxury brands doing well soon after the financial crisis? Well, Guy Lawrence is CEO of Quintessentially. It's a company offering bespoke services to the very well-heeled. He's here right now to try and answer that question for us. Guy, welcome to the show. We're hearing that car sales, for example, at the very top end, very strong. What happened to all that austerity chic? Is that also 2009?
No, well, I think in general, consumers are still, a little bit concerned about, being too over with consumption. But definitely, year on year, consumption's up. I mean, we see consumer requests for going out for restaurants, or it might be for purchasing gifts, for example, watches or bags, for example, up significantly year on year, up about 15% or so. So, yeah.
It's very interesting because we had this idea that there was sort of stealth wealth going on. Because obviously, for fabulously well-off people, the price of a bracelet or a meal out or a car not really affected, by even if they've lost a lot of money. That really is still small change. But people didn't want to be overtly seeming to be spending lots of money.
Yeah.
We heard stories about brown paper packages rather than flashy bags. And people not drinking champagne in restaurants but equally expensive wines. Is that still prevalent?
I mean, at Quintessentially, what we've seen is that that's much less prevalent than it was a year ago.
With short memories, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So philanthropy, I mean, it's still very, very important and up significantly versus where we were in, say, 2007, 2006. People want to be... feel they're putting something back into the sort of community and back into society, but it's less of a concern than it was, a year ago.
We've got a little, we've got a report that actually highlights exactly what's going on here. Yeah. Maybe we'll have a look at the report and then we'll come back and talk to you a little bit more about it in a minute.
Very good, Andrea.
This factory near Birmingham is running around the clock, making luxury vehicles. Despite the buzz about smaller and more fuel-efficient cars, the brands made here, Jaguar and Land Rover, just had the best month ever in their 60-year history.
Is this your moment in the sun?
I'm certainly enjoying the sun today more than I was 12 months ago. 12 months ago was a pretty bad place to be, and yeah, it's going very well at the moment, which is great. We've got good waiting list. We're confident we'll have a strong second quarter. Probably not a record, but we'll have a strong second quarter.
And it's not just them. In Germany, the homeland of luxury car makers, sales plunged last month. But for Audi and BMW, they actually rose, while Jaguar and Land Rover sales were up more than 20% last quarter. After a bad 2009, buyers are back. Demand is soaring, especially in China. BMW and Mercedes doubled their sales there in the first 3 months of the year. So as the economy recovers, European car makers are hoping new models will keep boosting sales. Porsche unveiled its new Cayenne SUV. BMW, the world's top luxury car maker, is counting on its revamped 5 Series sedan. Even Formula One's McLaren wants a piece of the market with this new model. But luxury comes at a price.
I would say that all the cars are very high consumption vehicles. So if we were to see incremental increases in the crude oil price, which means the price of gasoline and diesel at the petrol pump is going to rise, then suddenly that's going to make new would-be buyers think again about buying such expensive vehicles.
Despite the extra cost of filling the gas tanks in these high-end four-wheel drives, this manufacturer hopes that car buyers will still be seduced by the luxury, and it can continue setting sales records in the months to come. Poppy Trowbridge, Bloomberg News in Solihull.
Well, still with me is Guy Lawrence, CEO of Quintessentially, a company that really, I suppose, panders to those who are very well-heeled, looks after them. What are you seeing with those, your clients? Are they asking for better value? Are they looking for bargains?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of trends, and value and searching for value is definitely one of them. So typically, how that would come about is they would ask for, if they're buying a leather bag, for example, a Louis Vuitton bag or a Hermes bag, they would ask us, well, what's the resale value likely to be? Right. Equally, if they were going to spend money on a Bugatti Parmigiani watch, for example, they'd be interested to know, what's the resale value likely to be. So investment and luxury is sort of going hand in hand.
And discounts, are you finding that people are actually able to do a better deal than they were before?
I mean, certainly on the travel side, they're definitely being a little bit more savvy about exactly where they're going and making sure they're getting tremendous value for money. Yeah.
And so, looking forward now over the next year, what trends do you see emerging? Where are the fabulously rich going to be, and what are they going to be doing when they get there?
I think, I mean, one of the big trends that we see is definitely a trend towards personalisation. So they're spending a lot more time and effort trying to, if they're going to buy a gift, for example, making sure that gift is really bespoke and absolutely exactly what either they want or their partner or whoever they're buying the gift for wants. So they might be initialising, you know, Hermes' bag, for example, or they might even be creating a bespoke luxury watch for their partner or
right.
you know, colleague.
Interesting. And we're just looking at cars there. Cars, obviously, the high end still doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think there are. I mean, certainly Jaguar, for example, I know have done very well recently. Fantastic. I've done a lot of really good work in terms of redesigning, you know, the brand, repositioning the brand as well. The XF, try the Jaguar XF, great car.
Thank you. Well, so just before we go, you think that really at the very top end, people haven't been affected terribly much, but that they are looking for more value?
I mean, I think, you know, year on year, consumption is up in the sector. There's no question about it. It's coming back, and it's coming back, you know, relatively quickly. And we see that happening in, you know, across all the different sectors. I mean, I know, for example, recently there was a very big trade fair at Basel for the watch industry.
Yes.
And I know there were a lot of customers coming back from that saying they had a very, very good fair there. So we're seeing a big resurgence in luxury, you know, around the world.
Very positive. Guy, thank you very much.